Hi guys, welcome. This is our weekly reading for October 14th through the 20th, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved in the situation, and so on. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you in the end. Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the links I provide below. Show your love and support to the artists and musicians and see if there's more signs and depth to this reading for the week for you. I'm also switching things up a little bit this week so that I can provide a good reading for all y'all. And it had to do with time, energy, uploading, and data. So I'm splitting it up into elements this week. So fire, earth, air, and water. So I have 4 videos for the week, and we're going to see how this goes. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in a moment, guys. Hi, water signs. Welcome. This is our weekly reading for water signs. So Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio for October 14th through the 20th, 2016. So the whole family of water signs. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to begin with the fairy oracle. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer for October 14th through the 20th, 2016. One card for the highest, greatest good of all, for focus and clarity and understanding the energies around water signs this week and how to ride these energies best. Wisdom for us all. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. So stop trying so hard. I've been told this before, you know, so sometimes when we want something to happen, we want something to move, we want somebody to understand something about you. You want to connect to somebody and it's not working, you know. Easy does it, you know. Fall back, relax a little bit, wait for better timing, wait for appropriate timing before you push something. You know, maybe somebody's busy, they're in a meeting behind that door, and you might be a bother. You don't mean to be a bother, but you might be if you push too hard. So maybe just do a gentle knock, and if you don't hear anything back, just wait. You know, wait for an answer. Wait for a response. Wait for better timing. Wait for divine timing, water signs. You know, wait for the flow to come with you, for you to go with the flow, if that made sense. Like, if you dive into the water and it's a river, there could be rapids or it could be easy. You know, just sort of go with it. Don't fight the rapids, you know. Use the rapids to your advantage to get you past something faster, to get you through something faster, you know. Have a plan. I would say have a little raft and get through those rapids the easy way rather than trying to swim them. But, you know, find the easy way. Find the better way to do it. When you get down to the easy part of the stream, You know, you can relax, you can get off the raft, you can dive in and explore the area a little bit more. But you have to wait until you get around the bend to explore that part of the bend. So stop trying so hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you. So it's waiting. It's allowing something to come in. I feel like there's good seeds planted. You know, it's the right opportunity that needs to come through for you. The right timing for it to come about, for it to be thought of. You know, it could be the perfect role for you for something. You know, I'm getting like, you know, a job, a role, an opportunity. Yeah, like, or like a scholarship, something like that, an apprenticeship. That's what I'm thinking. Something like that that's available to you soon, water signs. It's soon that you find that opportunity, that you find that place that you feel is your space. I feel like it's a space. So wait for the right place to come through. Maybe you're moving, you're waiting for the right home, the right apartment, the right even job, the right relationship. You know, perhaps it just isn't right timing. Maybe the person meant for you hasn't moved into town yet. Maybe you haven't moved into their town yet. You never know. You know, it's going with the flow and trusting this flow, trusting the flow, you know, making the flow work for you. I feel like there's intelligence about how you're moving. You're moving with wit. You're moving with signs, with symbols. You're putting pieces together. I feel like when I see dolphins, they're fun. They communicate. Maybe I feel like they call you out. Maybe somebody called you out on something, and that has to do with communication. Like, I feel like they call each other names, but that made me think of calling somebody out. So maybe that happened around you, or you're doing that to somebody, but maybe you want to call somebody out. Maybe it's something like that, and you know, water signs, easy does it, easy does it. Maybe put yourself in their shoes. You know, maybe you don't see their perspective. Maybe you don't have the entire scenery. You know, you can't see the whole situation, or they didn't see the whole situation correctly, or, you know, maybe there was just a misunderstanding somewhere. So wait for the better wave. Wait for the better opportunity to come to you. You know, wait for right timing so the energy moves. I feel like after this communication, you fly free. You know, you just have to wait for the timing, wait for the energy to be right, wait for the door to open. Wait for the right door to open, you know, for you to be washed towards the correct shore for you, you know. I feel like there's just rainbow here, like, you know, the rainbow that comes at the end of the storm, the hope. There's always hope. So maybe have patience, you know, find the way that feels. Find the path of least resistance, water signs. You know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Find the way that you don't have to push. That's just easy for now. And see what door opens up after that. And what opportunity presents itself from that. And whom you meet after that. And what they inspire you to look for after that. Where does that take you from there? You know, find where it brings you. What do you see along the shore? You know, what do you see when you stand up? Is it something new? Do you feel different? I feel like you dove into something emotional and you're rising clear above the situation. So maybe you're thinking about something clearly after you communicate, you know, and wait for the right timing, wait for the right opportunity, wait for the right conversation to come to you, and then open up. You know, I feel like the timing you'll feel inside of you. You'll know it's right. So let's move on. I'm going to use the Wildwood Tarot for water signs. So let's get another card for Easy Does It. Easy Does It for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I feel like there's I feel urgency. Like you want something, you want something, you want something. You want it to happen. You want it to come. You want it to happen already. You've been waiting too long. Like you're just impatient. You know, like I feel itchy. Like but it's desire. You know, it's something you really feel. It's something you really feel. So just trust that the rainbow is coming. You know, the rainbow is coming. You're going to find yourself exactly where you need to be. And you're going to have help, communication, energy, strength, and I feel like fun doing it. I feel like it's something fun. So head towards what's fun, what's free, what's, I hear enlightening, what's free of time or pressure, you know, where like a sport, something like that you can do. You know, maybe something to take your attention away from what you're focused on and the solution comes there, or the phone call comes when you don't expect it. You know, take care of you, do something for you, you know, first, and maybe that's where the answer comes. So, or the communication, or the partner, or the, you know, the chance encounter, something like that. So, maybe you don't have to be right. It's okay for everyone to have their own opinion. Yeah, I guess like you don't have to be right. Or maybe somebody else thinks that they have to be right on something, and just, you know, ease up on that situation, and maybe they'll come around, you know, you know, when like you hear something that's the truth, but you hear it from somebody very close to you, so you don't really believe it until you hear it from a stranger, kind of thing. So maybe if you said something and you know it's the truth and it's bothering you and you really want to drill that in, I'm seeing somebody want to like drill in what they know, like, come on, come on, come on, come on, why aren't you getting this? And the person's not getting it, but they just don't want to hear it from you, kind of thing. So maybe just let it go. Let it go. They know. They'll know that you told them first. You don't need to, like, you know, drill it in their head, and maybe they'll have to just discover it another way, kind of thing. I think that was very specific for somebody. So I hope that was helpful. All right, let's get another card for water signs for the week. The Six of Vessels. So there we go. Reunion. Rekindling something, going back to something that was undone, thinking happy thoughts about your past. I feel like reunion is always, sometimes it's weird, sometimes weird stuff comes up, you know, conversations that we didn't finish before, but I feel like it's a filter of healing. It's a vessel that you want to return to. I feel like this is always pleasure. It's always contentment. It's sweet. It's children playing in the forest, playing tag, diving into the lake, having fun with emotions, playing games, talking about things that make you laugh, looking at YouTube things that make you laugh, like having a good time, remembering having a good time with somebody. And that reminds you to remember to make another experience now, to not live in a memory, you know, but have that memory restore something into balance. So bring love into a situation, restore harmony in a situation with the Six. It's like the Six of Cups, Six of Water, Six of Vessels, reunion. So I think of like redo, retry, restart, renew, do something again, you know, give something another go. It could be somebody coming back from the past, somebody from your childhood, somebody you're taking your children to see that you knew, something like that, like a trip, taking a trip somewhere to go see someone. This could be you going with somebody else, but I feel like this reunion, this, I hear chemistry, just chemistry. So maybe there's chemistry involved. Maybe there was chemistry involved, and then it became a memory. You know, it became the past. Time moved on. I feel like there's something solid growth here. There's like a forest growing above this hill, you know, a whole forest has grown above this hill before this has been resolved or, you know, brought back together. Or I just hear like rekindle. So reunite, reharvest, retry, redo it, try it again, do it better, do it right, or just reconnect with somebody a different way. I feel like there's movement here. You know, you're releasing something here. And it's going to this beautiful pool where there's just reflection and these calm, like, I wanted to say like lilies, but they're the vessels just sort of floating around. They make me think of tea lights or like lights on a pool, you know, candlelight on water. Yeah, like even like the lights that you release, the lanterns, that the Chinese lanterns that you release, and reflecting that on the water. I don't know where that came from. I see the beautiful ferns and like the little minks, or like I feel like they're little minks or like a little weasel, you know, something like that, that splashes around in the water and has fun. I feel like they play together. They like tease each other, you know, and hide from each other and like spar with each other and have fun with each other and just play. I feel like they're very playful. So, and I feel like it's morning, you know, the sun is coming out here. So something's coming to the surface, something's being released that needed to be released and cleansed. It's going to bring pleasure back to a situation, to a relationship, to restore it, to renew it, to heal it. Maybe just let things come slowly, like trickle out. You know, there's no rush here. It's just a slow trickle out. It's a slow stream, letting it flow, letting it go, you know, letting it just ease into this lake, this stream. I don't know why, it's just peaceful here. So maybe just aim for peace, aim for understanding, aim for compassion in this situation. And I feel like it's just beautiful. It'll all be fine. I feel like if you're worried about something like seeing somebody you haven't seen in a while, it's going to be fine. It's going to be like no time ever went by at all, and you don't know what you were worried about for all that time that the whole forest grew. You know, something like that. All right, let's get another card from the Art of Life Tarot for water signs. So Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. One card for clarity. On the Six of Vessels, and easy does it, the Queen of Wands. So passion, confidence, ease, generosity. I feel like she weaves, I want to say weaves, like creates, makes beauty in inspiration. Like she makes words beautiful. I feel like she writes or inspires, or she's like a muse. She helps others find their passions, to figure out what their own passions and desires are. You know, what makes them tick, what they love to do. She inspires them by doing what she loves to do and just being herself. Just sort of being her awesome, independent, solid, confident, sexy self, male or female. You know, it's a fire sign. It's not always pushy, but could be. You know, if they feel fired up and they get their, you know, angered or intense or, you know, feel deeply about something, they could get fired up in a moment, but I feel like then it cools fast, you know, and then they move on and they learn. But generally, I think it's just somebody warm, inviting, that just sort of always does that easy way, you know, finds the easy way to do something. Kind of looks like they don't work so hard, and somehow they accomplish more than you can imagine. You just don't know how they did it. You know, how did they put so much into when they look like they were just sort of relaxing? That kind of energy, that kind of inspiration. Find that way through, that way for the answer. It could also be, you know, a Sagittarius and Aries, or or Leo energy, you know, just some, maybe like a moon sign, or even if this is like, I would say if this is possibly about love, maybe in their Venus sign even, but just sort of sits back and yet still gets everything done. They just know how to make things work. The greatest good you can do for another is not just to share your riches, but to reveal to him his own. And that's Benjamin Disraeli. Madame Herote, detail by Pierre-Auguste Renoir, 1882, Hamburger, Kunsthalle, Hamburg, Germany. Look at the expression on her face. You know, I feel like she could just, you know, you could say whatever you want to her, but she can still read your passions. She could still read your thoughts. She still knows what you're talented at. She knows what you're good at before you do sometimes. This could be a mother figure, you know, around us. It could be like a sister that you know, a friend. It's a general reading, but I'm getting that it's a feminine energy or somebody that you're drawn towards. Somebody who you feel like has a receptive energy, like you just want to, you're drawn into conversation. You're inspired by them to go somewhere else with that conversation. I feel like she reminds me of like, I just thought of like the Matrix, like just sort of like the Oracle there, just sort of like totally chill and easy and kind of knows what's going on, but you know, a little witty too. But she teaches perhaps not the traditional way. She guides. So I feel like she's just kind. She's kind. You know, she can go deep into something and still make it pleasurable, even when it's something you didn't want to face before. She makes you face it and make it funny. You know, like, what were you worried about? It's like the kitty cat and the tiger or the lion, you know, they're kind of like one of the same, you know, it's just different facets of the same energy. I'm not sure where that came from. So maybe a Leo, maybe that's a Leo energy since I thought of a cat. All right, I'm going to go to the Archangel Tarot and let's pull one more card for water signs, for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. For the Queen of Wands, reunion. Maybe you're having a reunion with the Queen of Wands, or she's inspiring you to go on a reunion, to go see somebody, to make a call, you know, to just not worry so much, to just sort of, I don't know, I feel like morning. I keep wanting to say morning time, morning light, like, yeah, like when the birds are singing and there's like, I think of like, I just want to say like crisp apple pie. I'm not sure why. So maybe that's important to somebody. That was sort of weird. Like maybe this woman is baking pies, or, you know, you're creating something, or, let's get another card. Let's get another card for water signs for this week. The Seven of Raphael. So this tells you to make a decision. Sometimes it's hard to make a decision because there's so many options. So maybe this Queen of Wands has advice for you. Maybe it's this reunion that helps you make a decision. Maybe it's making a decision about a reunion, about the Queen of Wands as the Queen of Wands. It's time to make a decision. This brings you to the truth in something, you know, to see all the different facets of a situation. Perhaps you had many different, I feel like it's different facets, different colors, different vibrations, and they're all leading you to the center well, which I think is back inside yourself to find the answer, deep inside the well, deep inside emotions. You know, Seven of Raphael is the 6 of Vessels, and then the 7. So that's a progression. So maybe just make a slow progression. Make a slow decision. Make a decision that gets you somewhere, and then make another decision. Worry about the next basket after you take care of this first basket. You know, maybe you're making this magical rainbow wishing well here. You have to put all the colors into the well, and you don't want to start mixing it up before it's ready. So you take the red one, then you take the green one, then you take the blue one, then you take the violet, then the indigo, and then the orange. You know, but piece by piece, make it just, it's moving forward with one of those things, taking action on something to make change, to move towards the well, move towards truth, have another conversation, ask another question. You know, start with one. Don't get so worried about the whole situation that you don't move and change. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action, and a need for detoxification. So maybe you're, maybe that's this, like the cleansing. I feel like you're cleansing toxins out of a relationship or out of a situation or from the past. Something that just built up inside of here, inside of this mountain, and just kind of built up, and it needs to be released. It needs to be cleansed, filtered. Maybe that's inside of you. Maybe you're changing your diet, you know, moving your diet around, like trying this out one day for lunch, trying something else out another day for lunch. You know, if one doesn't work, don't worry about it so much. Feel your body. Feel how you respond. Feel how it changes your energy. And, you know, if you have more energy or less, if you need to bring a snack. I just thought of somebody bringing like a bag of nuts, you know, like trail mix, something with them like that. I don't know where I got diet from that. So cleansing something, taking something out that wasn't working, that it was gritty. It's just like, yeah, like bottling up something, I feel like now I'm going back to a creek. I know this is a wishing well. I tend to go to a creek in my head a lot. Like when the fall comes and it's like when you look at the surface of the creek, the leaves fall down and they sort of like back up into certain areas depending on the flow of the creek. And it's hard to see what's going on under the surface, but I feel like there's still something under the surface being filtered through. That filtering process still happens. Sometimes you just have to sort of clear away the surface to understand and look deeper, and to see that the cleansing is happening the whole time. So maybe don't get overwhelmed with what you need to take out to put some health and healing and I feel like balance back into your life. The 7 would bring you to the 8, which would bring you back to power, you know, back into yourself. So maybe it's that final step. It made me think of Pisces, like going into the well, going into the psyche, going into the inside self to absorb all those lessons, to understand and process how you feel and what you need to keep and what you need to get rid of. What works for you, what works against you. And step by step, you add each ingredient or take something out. All right, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love you, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I know we did a family reading together. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon.